Hello. In this video, I am going to go over the next process. So now that you have sourced all of your sellers, how do you pick which products to go and list? So now you found your sellers. What we want to do is we want to go to the item finder and let's look through a couple of these stores and see what kind of products we can find. Let's start from the ground up. So let's start with this first seller here and see what's going on with this store. So the first thing that you will see when you come to the products page is you'll see the link to their seller store, which you can use to navigate to their store and look at their products manually, which you guys probably won't do, but it's there for your discretion. Underneath the link, you have all of these seller statistics. So you have the feedback score, feedback percentage, how long they've been a member, etc., etc. You have all the logistical data from the seller here. And then underneath that, you have all of your products. So when I'm looking through these different products, there's 4 different metrics that I'm looking at. So the first metric that I'm looking at is how many times did a particular product sell within the last 30 days? Number 2, I look at how much profit it's bringing in. Number 3, I look at whether it's in stock or not. And number 4, the last but certainly not the least, I look at if the product is a match. So the first thing I do, the first metric that I filter for is monthly sales. So I want to see which products have sold the most within the last month. I do this one first because it doesn't matter if the product meets the other 3 criteria. The product could match, it could be bringing in really good profit and it's in stock. But if it hasn't sold, then it doesn't really mean anything, right? We want to look at sold products. So I'm going to double click sales volume month. And here, first thing I look at, I'll go from left to right. I look at whether the product is a match or not. In this case, it definitely is. Secondly, I look at the profit margin and see if it's within my desired profit range, which in this case, yes, it is, $3.26. Third, I will look at the availability. Yes, it's in stock. And number 4, how many times has it sold within the last month? My personal criteria is 1 sale within the last 30 days. If it's sold once in the last month, it qualifies. So this product is sold 3 times within the last month. And so this is a winning product. So that's one winning product. Let's look at the next product. So is the product a match? Yes, it seems to be a match. Is there profit being raked in? Yes. Is the product in stock? Yes. And has it sold at least once within the last month? Yes. And the whole point of having these different product statistics is so you're not having to bounce between Amazon and eBay and manually comparing these stats to see if the product qualifies. Our whole goal here is to save you as much time as possible, right? So every second that you are not spending looking through these different pages manually and comparing and contrasting different statistics is another second that you can save to devote to listing or product research. So that's the second product. Again, let's do a couple more. So looking at the third product here, is the product a match? Yes. Is it bringing in profit? Yes. Is it in stock? Yes. Has it sold at least once within the last month? Yes. So already I found 3 winning products. You can also filter for how many sales a particular product has done within its whole lifespan. So if you don't only want to look at how many times it sold within the last month and you'd rather see how many times it sold since it was put up for sale on eBay, whether that's 6 months ago or a year ago, you can do that. So you can filter for lifetime sales. So we'll go ahead and double click. And now you see all of these products. They haven't sold within the last month, but if you look at their lifetime sales, they've done a really good amount of sales. This may be for a couple reasons. Number 1, it could be that this product was in its prime when it did all of these sales, and now the demand for it has kind of dropped, and so it's not really selling as well anymore. Or it may be a seasonal product. Like a lot of these that I'm seeing are toys, right? And so toys are huge in Q4. We are way past 4th quarter. Come Christmas time, these will do really well. But right now is just not the season for these products. Hence, there not being any sales. So you can look through and see what you can find. If there's a specific niche that you're really knowledgeable on, and you see a specific product that you know will sell despite not having any sales, then by all means, feel free to list it. That is basically it. Those are the basics, and everybody has personal preference. So if you guys don't want to filter by lifetime or monthly sales and you want to, maybe filter only for profit, or you want to filter for a specific price range, you can absolutely do that. So here I filtered for the highest profit margin, and so you can see here. But if you also want to only list high ticket items. For example, on Amazon, you can filter for high ticket prices. And now we're looking at the higher end of the spectrum, and you can use this information to your discretion. And those are really the basics when it comes down to filtering through all of these different products and figuring out which ones meet your personal criteria and your standards and which ones qualify. So just to recap everything that we went through here, the 4 metrics that I'm looking for when I'm trying to decide whether a product qualifies or not to be listed. Number 1, has it sold at least once within the last month? Number 2, is the product a match, right? Do these pictures match up? Because if they don't match up, it's not worth posting. Number 3, is it actually bringing in profit, right? Is it negative or is it positive? If it's positive, how much profit, right? Is it within my desired profit range? And then number 4, is it in stock or not? So that's really it. And in the next video, I'm going to go over the listing and bulk listing process and really talk about how Autopilot makes the listing process so much easier than listing products on your own. So we'll see you in the next video.